What's your name and where you're currently based?
My name is Matthias and I'm from Denmark.
Beautiful. So now that you made it to Thailand, what would you say surprised you the most or made you the happiest about being here at WCA?
It's funny actually because I've heard a lot said the connections and I was like, I guess, but like I make a lot of connections in general, but like, no. Just like from also not just with the, what's it called? The students, just like everyone. It's like, what? That was very nice. Yeah.
So for you specifically,
Yeah.
what would you say was the biggest shift, aha moment, or a breakthrough that you have experienced in the last 4 days?
After day 2, even though like that was physically hard, like, and I have literally gone multiple times until I've collapsed. But that was physically hard, like at a point where I could not get words out. And I remember shifting in a way where I could see from the outside how I looked right when it happened. And from there I was like, chewing in a different way and like, yeah, that. So it was, it was scary in a way that I didn't think it was scary and I didn't think I would shake before I came up. But after that I was like, okay, something has happened. There was the invisible breakthrough because it's not that big moment, you know. But I could feel in myself like, why do I have so much energy right now?
So on that note then, what has been your highlight so far? Last 4 days, magical moment or a highlight in other words?
That's an unfair question to ask.
If there's more than one.
Yeah, it's funny because like the highlights have both been like of course there's like these big moments, but also like these fleeting moments. I was like, what the fuck was that? And then that just kickstarted things, and it could be from the, like I was the energizer bunny one of the day. That was fucking like, that was funny. But also just like having a fleeting conversation with someone, or me giving feedback to someone doing something, and then the next day they come over to me like, yo, that actually made me the next day step up for that. I was like, whoa. Yeah, honestly, just like the highlight is probably being able to help myself and help others at the same time. But that's more like broad, I know.
Well, but we see you doing that a lot. He's definitely could be Energizer Bunny, don't you think? He probably is already.
I'll be on the other side of the camera next year.
Long, I don't know where you're going to do about it.
Oh no, I'll be with Long, obviously.
Where am I going to be then?
We'll find out, me and Long.
Alright, well, one last thing. So for people that just watch the video, you know, they see the dancing, the crying and everything in between, and they feel like one part of them wants to be there. Another part of them, you know, is coming up with all kinds of excuses. What would you say to that person that's kind of...
Honestly, I will say that to the person who will think like I did when I saw it. It was like, I really want to, but And I think it's because like I had like this kind of skeptical mind in a sense. And I was like, oh yeah, this is just like, how you say, great camera shooting, or like just the right moment captured, and like, nah, it was. The funny thing is like, the video does not do justice at all, and it's a fucking good video. but it's it is like that. It is like that. It is like the video, which is surprisingly and scary, but in a good way. Yeah. So honestly, if you felt like I did, I have always gone by this: if it scares you and excites you at the same time, you're on the right path. And I was so excited and so shitting myself. So I don't know if I can swear, but that's why I knew it was right. So if you think it's scary and exciting, then go for it.
Beautiful. Well, the last thing then, and it's a free flow. It's not a question. It's just something. If you feel like there is a message or something that just want to put it out there, and it can be for maybe even yourself, past self that was watching this, or for anybody else, just something that comes from the heart that you feel like needs to be heard and shared and left out.
Honestly, I've been raised with subconsciously a lot of scarcity. Like my parents' favorite quote was like, "Money doesn't grow on trees." I was like, they're literally made of trees, but that's another story. But it would be that I was scared at the amount, not because I've invested myself multiple times, but it was like, it was a chunk. But right now I even owe some money, and it's like, I have like, basically I'm like, so what? Honestly, and I remember back then I was living back then with a girlfriend that did also not believe in that. And she was literally telling me I was getting scammed, and like I was getting brainwashed by this cult leader Asian guy. I was like, you haven't even, you know. But Tim also says like, time is finite, money is infinite, and $5,000, $10,000, whatever. Like when you look back, like I never remember how many money I spent or invested or whatever. But this is a time I'll remember. So do it. Also to my past self, do it.